Hi everyone, it's me Darlene. I am back again already because I want to fill you in on our day. It was a very busy one, but I also wanted to jump in because last night's video I wanted to show you guys pictures of the old part of the cellar, and then I wanted to show you some panels, and I had them sitting right next to me, and I even took the time to separate them all because I don't like to do that after I get orders. I want to just pack and ship. And then I completely forgot to talk about them. I was quite tired, in my defense. I'm tired again. But I feel like, oh, it was late. That's right. Right now it's only like, 5:30-ish. Almost 6 o'clock, I think. I can't really tell what it says. It was like 9 p.m. or something when I started recording last night, so I was really tired. But quickly, we did do, I think, 4. Derek, we know for sure we did 4 trips to the dump, possibly 5. And the dump is just 5 minutes away, so that's really cool. But we're limited as to what we can throw away there for free. We can throw away recycling stuff, but they take no plastic bags of any kind. And then there's donation bins there that we can put some stuff in. And then we have to buy big Orange Town trash bags. And the price went up. I don't know, they're like $2 a bag. And that's not bad when you think of it, since it's close to me. It's surprising how much junk I can get rid of. So we did throw away like some of my fabric that was just like really bad. It was in the old side, in cardboard boxes. That's not, I don't even want to look at that shit. So Derek did quite a good job on that side. I didn't see it like at the very end, but he went through a lot of things, and then he's tried to sort things, like push stuff to the wall that we know we're going to have to hire somebody, well, I'm going to have to hire somebody to come and get those particular things. So it was a very busy day. And I also had some eBay orders and stuff, and I don't know why I want to promote panels, because that means I'm going to have packages to do, and, oh, that's right, we're going to be gone tomorrow. All right, so when you're watching this video, it is June 22, 2021, and if you order June 23, we're going to be gone for the entire day, so your package will have to wait. I can do them when I get home. That's unfortunate. That's why I don't like to leave home. But we're going to the mountains, and I want to do that to be with them. Skylar wants to see the mountains, so we're going to do that. But let me show you a few panels. You saw this one in a previous video. I told you I had these squares on cream, and now I have the black that I told you I would have, and they look like this. The colors are just amazing, and you get a whole bunch of squares. I think 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 9 of them. You'll see a good image on the buy it now listing. The panels are buy it now. They're not penny auctions, so you don't have to bid and hope to win. You just order. And this one, I think I had 4, but even without promoting them, 3 have already sold. I believe I called it Garden Joy. It is really pretty. And I can't remember off the top of my head. I think these squares are like 6.5. It will say it in the eBay listing. And again, just really pretty colors. Maybe I can back up a little bit. And you get 15 squares on this one. It really is pretty too. Now this one I cut up before in a video, and I just loved the way those blocks came out. I believe there were 5-inch squares, and then I did some 2-inch squares, and you see all of them at the end of the video. The link to that video will be in the eBay listing. It'll say watch this video in the description. If you don't know where the description is, look for something that says description or see more or something like that, or ask a kid to help you. I would like to chop this one up again if they don't all sell out. I would love to see what it's like as 2-inch squares only. I just just love doing that. But I did this one before, and you go watch that video, and you're going to see the most beautiful, to me, 5-inch squares ever. It's an all-over print. You know, there's not one spot where there's, you know, something blank. And you end up with partial piggies and partial cows, and it's just so colorful. I mean, just look at all the beautiful colors in here. You have to go see that, even if you don't have any interest in buying a panel and cutting it up. Go see the video and just skip to the slideshow at the end if you want. Just to see how cool it is. This is one that I want to cut up, but I haven't yet. And I have a couple of ideas as to how to make all the squares the same size that I think would be really cool to show. It's called Longhorn. And if you like longhorns, you know, it's again, it's very artsy and nice flowers and just colorful. And you get 8 smaller squares and 6 bigger ones. And I have a way to make it so that you get them all the same size. And really with little waste, I think. Because what gets cut away from the bigger ones would be 2-inch squares. Now, what's cool about when you take a panel and you cut some squares and you have extra that you can cut into 2-inch squares, those can be used as cornerstones in between sashing the blocks if you want, or in the border. And if you don't have enough of just 2-inch squares to make the whole border, well, you just put fabric in between them and you have some 2-inch squares. Or you can put 2-inch squares just around the corners, and then a strip of fabric that's plain, you know, just around each corner, almost to look like, you know, the olden days when we used to put those corners to put photos in an album. I don't know, some of you don't remember. Well, I think most of you do, because my gang here is like my age and older. All right, so again, this one, if I have any left over after Derek and Skylar leave and I have time to record, I'd like to cut this one up. If you've been watching this series, you may remember that I said I wanted all the panels that were in that plastic container that I showed you guys. I wanted them all sold. I downsized that to, I want them all listed. And I have the very last batch right here. Now, the ones that I just showed you, they are already on eBay. I put them up last night, like I said, and then I forgot to tell you about them in last night's video. These are not, but I'm going to show you in case I don't know. I don't know if they'll be up after this video, but they'll be up at some point. And I want to be able to put the link to this video when it's on eBay. So I'm going to show you right now. And then after that, the only panels I have are panels that I purchased like from Martin's once upon a time. And then when I move those, I'm going to start all over with ordering all brand new panels. This one I cannot remember at all what it's called. The colors again are so pretty. I was thinking 2-inch squares for this one, but there would be some blank spaces, which isn't horrible, but look at the colors. Now, the only thing about this is there's no space between the squares to cut, but that's all right. You just cut what you want. Who's texting me? Derek and Skylar are the only people who do, and they're both here. That was my realtor. I forgot that I'm texting with him back and forth. We are putting this house up for sale June 30th. So excited. Anyway, I don't know what I was saying, but yeah, you have to cut between, you know, the lines. This was a bitch to separate because there was no place to cut. And I have a whole bunch here already cut. Well, not a whole bunch. This would be 5. But then I have more to separate. Joy, joy. So maybe I can at least get these listed. And I think I did a pretty good job. That was a lot of panels. A lot have sold out. Thank you so much for all of you who buy my shit, you know? I don't know why I'm making you sit here while I'm folding. Skylar and I I'm going to be going through 2 boxes of pre-cuts that I love so much, and she loves looking at those, and I'll be having some of those for my flash sale this Friday. I'm so not prepared for that sale, but I think my peeps will understand if it's on the smaller side, but it doesn't have to necessarily be on the smaller side. With those pre-cuts, I don't have to do a lot of cutting, so, you know, we should be good. Okay, let me look at my list. I made a list this time because I didn't want to forget anything. Panels! Did that. Sewing area, I want to talk about that. I didn't really work on that more. I got interrupted, so I had to edit, and I only watched the very end to see where I left off. I know there's a reason that you're here, because I'm assuming the thumbnail is what got you to look. I'm going to show you what I got rid of. Shocking. First, I want to mention that you need to go check out my penny auctions all the time. As soon as Derek and Skylar leave, I will have more time to do that, because I won't be doing so much decluttering with Derek, because I really needed to take advantage of him being here to get a lot of stuff done. So there'll be penny auctions coming up left and right until everything is gone, and you know, not everything will be a penny auction, but I do want to put more things up. Some cool things that I found that I think would just be good to put on penny auctions. And go watch last night's video if you haven't. That's the one that has the seller pictures of the old seller. And I'm not showing you pictures of what we've done yet, just because it's like dark now. Well, not really, but the lighting isn't good. Obviously, I will show you the after pictures. And last but not least, let's talk about what I got rid of today. We went to the dump, and I asked about a certain item, like would they take it, and how much would it cost, and I was very not wanting to do it, but yet wanting very much to do it. And it's an item that, again, I don't even want to sell, and I probably could have sold, but I just wanted it to like go to a graveyard. I didn't want to think that somebody else had it. So on the way home, I said to Derek, we have to go right now and do this right now before I change my mind. And we did. We came home. We broke this down, shoved it in the car, filled the car with whatever else we could fill, and we made our second run, and this is what I got rid of. Yes, my mannequins are gone in the dump. And that's what I feel comfortable with. I know some are saying, you know, there are people who don't have mannequins and they would have liked them. I don't know. These mannequins were very expensive. The big one was $1,000 and the smaller one was $800. The big one worked wonders for me when I had my sewing business. You know, when I was starting to tire of that business a little bit, I got the smaller one thinking, oh, maybe I can do some, you know, younger clothes and stuff like that. But my audience was all really large, plus-size women. My tunics catered to women who couldn't get clothes anywhere else. And the small one just never really did much for me. But it was like, you know, they were a pair. And I've had them for 21 years. I bought them both in Houston, Texas. And I had like over 30 wigs. I put all the wigs in the donation bin, even though it says clothing and shoes. We could have given them to Goodwill, but I wanted the wigs out of the house also. And I'm assuming that they might be able to do something, you know, the company, I don't know what the bin company is, the donation company, but hopefully they will pass them on to a place that could use wigs for people with cancer or something like that. I had to get them out. I had to get all memory of those mannequins out of the house, and they're gone. And I didn't cry because I was comfortable with the death I gave them. I killed my mannequins. Oh my God. And when we were at the dump, I was asking the guy about, the mannequins. Would you take mannequins? And a woman comes up behind me. Do you have mannequins? I was like, can I just get through this without having somebody want to talk to me about the fucking mannequins? She says, I would like them. Now, the first thing is, I don't want anything to do with you, lady, because you startled me. Our relationship is over. I don't want to explain to that woman about the mannequins. I don't want to have to tell her that those mannequins are like children to me, and I'd rather have them thrown away in the dump. I don't want to explain to her how they come apart, how to put them together. So I did say to her, they're older mannequins, they're very heavy. Oh, well, then I don't want them if they're heavy. She goes, you know what you can do? She says, you can put that on Facebook Marketplace. I said, I don't want anything to do with that because I don't like to deal with people. And my son in the car, Derek's like, Mom, he's like, you don't have to tell people you don't want to deal. He was like, just say, oh, thanks, I appreciate the advice or the suggestion. I was like, I'm not saying that because it's a complete lie. I cannot say that to someone. So we were laughing and thinking, what could I say? And I think we boiled it down to, if somebody does that, I could say, I'll think about it, because I will. That's the God's honest truth. I will think about it all fucking night, how somebody had to bother me with the suggestion of Facebook Marketplace. So, see, that's all that anxiety, and it just makes me spew things out. And I really want to work on that because it bothers the people around me. Now, I'm going to be living next to Derek. I need to not drive him crazy with me just being neurotic. So, but yeah, I poo-pooed that woman, and they were both looking at me like I was fucking nuts. And Derek said, she probably realizes why you don't want to deal with anybody because you don't know how. So I felt, it's funny right now, but I felt really embarrassed, and I do cringe over it, because it's like, But she did. She walked up behind me and it startled me, and that was it. I didn't want anything to do with that person. All right. Okay. And I could have said to her, yes, they're for sale. You can have them, the two of them, for $500. I wonder what she would have said to that. So my mannequins are gone, and I'm glad they didn't go into the hands of someone that I don't know. See, I had to end with this because it sounds ridiculous, and so many of you think I'm nuts to feel this way. But those mannequins represent a time that I was living in Houston, that business. I mean, there's just so much connected to that, and I don't want to think that that whole thing exists somewhere else. So the mannequins are right where they need to be able to get me through this. I'm content with the choice that I made to just destroy them. All right, isn't that lovely? All right, you guys, go check out my eBay, and do stick around because I'm sure there's going to be more horror stories like, chopping up mannequins. I didn't chop them up. They come apart. The guy behind us got a kick out of, watching Derek and I throw arms and legs in a bin, so... They served their purpose, and now they're gone. And I'm just going to have to accept that and move forward. All right? I'm going to give it a try and try not to let this make me miserable tonight. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be back with more soon. Bye.